In a vast meadow where the grass rippled like an emerald sea, a single flower stood apart from the rest. This flower was unlike any other in the meadow. Its petals shimmered a soft, iridescent blue that seemed to capture fragments of the sky. It was called Lyria by the villagers, who whispered tales of its origins. Long ago, the meadow had been a bustling village. There, a kind gardener named Elia tended to a garden at the heart of the settlement. Among her many plants, Elia cared deeply for a young, fragile bud that refused to bloom. Each day she whispered to it, sang songs and shaded it from harsh winds. "You'll find your moment," she'd say. "Even the smallest heart has a purpose." One fateful year, the rains never came. The villagers, desperate for water, abandoned their homes to seek refuge elsewhere. But Elia couldn't leave her beloved plants. She stayed behind, her hands cracked from digging trenches to channel every precious drop of dew toward her garden. The bud, sensing her care, began to glow faintly. On the final night of Elia's life, a rare storm lit the sky with violet streaks of lightning. She sheltered her garden beneath a makeshift canopy, her frail body braving the cold and rain. When morning broke, the meadow was silent. Elia had passed, her arms still outstretched around her plants. In the center of the garden where Elia had poured her love and energy, the once stubborn bud had finally bloomed. Its petals radiated a light so soft yet so captivating that the meadow now abandoned, transformed into a sanctuary for animals and wayward travelers. Centuries passed, and the garden gave way to wildflowers, but the single Lyria remained. It stood tall, swaying in the breeze, as if waiting for something or someone. One day, a child wandered into the meadow, clutching a notebook filled with sketches of flowers. "There it is." The child gasped, eyes wide with wonder. They approached the Lyria with reverence, sensing its history in the way it seemed to pulse gently, as though alive with memory. The child sketched the flower carefully, whispering to it like Elia once had. They didn't pick the bloom instead, leaving it untouched. As the child departed, the flower seemed to bow ever so slightly, its glow a little brighter, as if pleased that its beauty had been shared without harm. From that day forward, the child returned, often bringing friends and family who marveled at the flower's unique glow. Stories of the Lyria spread once more, and the meadow became a haven for dreamers and wanderers alike. Though Elia was long gone, her love endured in the solitary bloom that had once been her life's work. And as the years rolled on, the Lyria became not just a symbol of beauty, but of the quiet power of care, patience, and devotion.